way back last year, last February 2013, when we brought Gladys, the orphan gorilla, to the Cincinnati Zoo, it was our primary goal to get her a surrogate mom. Of course, everybody knows that Gladys has very successfully been introduced to Malindsay, her mom, as well as Mara, kind of her babysitting mom. But also, one of the goals, one of the long-term goals for Gladys was to get her into a normal species typical social group of gorillas, and that includes a silverback. Gorillas live in groups with one silverback, several adult females, and youngsters of varying ages. So over the total time Gladys has been here, about 13, 14 months now, she's had the opportunity to see Jomo, our silverback, across the hallway, and Jomo has had the opportunity to see Gladys. So they've been getting acquainted for quite a long time, and we've seen nothing but positive interactions between the two of them. And based on his behaviors, we finally said, okay, the time is now. And we did their introduction, their full introduction, a couple of weeks ago, and it went perfectly. Jomo was very reserved, went in very calmly, looked at Gladys, knew he was not supposed to overstep those bounds and try and touch Gladys, because he knows that's not what a silverback does until it's okay by the adult females. So that introduction went extremely well. Since then, Gladys has gotten a little more comfortable about the idea of Jomo being in the same space as she is. She's made her way over to Jomo, has actually touched Jomo, and wants to play with him. They haven't actually got into a play bout yet, but that's coming for sure at some point in the future. So that all went incredibly well. That group shifts as one unit now. They're very happy. So things like moving from one of the bedroom sections to another, that's a way we gauge if a group is very cohesive, is if they willingly shift around together and nobody kind of lags behind. And that's what we're seeing out of the new Jomo/Gladys group. And that went so well, we decided to go ahead and move with almost the final step in Gladys's socialization, and that was to introduce Asha and Anu. Those are the females that have been with Jomo while we were doing all the stuff with Gladys, and add those two females into Gladys's group, Gladys/Jomo's group. And that's significant and important because Asha and Anu both have breeding recommendations, and in fact, as we've already reported, Asha is pregnant and due to have a baby in July. So we want to make sure we have all the youngsters in the same social group. And now, through this introduction of Asha and Anu and Jomo to Malindsay and Gladys and all those characters in that group, we now have that set up for later this summer for Asha to give birth in that same group, and for Gladys to be part of that group for years to come. Hopefully we'll have lots of fun years watching Gladys and the new babies grow up together, play like gorillas would in the wild. So basically, we have ourselves a nice species-typical social group that's going to have a really cool, long-term, bright future.